limitless, right? So you have that level of flexibility against the Malphite.
And into game we go here, as this is going to be match 10 on the day. And we'll see which of these two teams are going to be able to take home the victory. Like we have mentioned time and time again, Inspired, if they want to be able to take home the victory here, it helps try and align for that possible three-way tie on the side of STARCALL. They themselves also will be looking at toward, I believe it's a 2-1 record themselves if they take the victory here, but things get a little bit more messy, I believe, for Inspire. So we'll have to see how this one's going to pan out. As taking a quick look, oh, we get to see, I think that is one of our either first or second Dr. Mundo we're actually seeing on the day today.
Yeah, an interesting pickup. Looks like Dr. Mundo up against a Malphite should do pretty decently. The cleavers do percent health damage, so has a pretty good chance to match up in this lane. But of course, we've seen how VY does in his matchups. He is such a dominant force on that Malphite. I mean, he is the unstoppable force after all. But I want to talk a little bit about the mid lane matchup, because Zyrie has been very prolific of playing the Ahri, right? The last game where he had his Ahris taken away from him and where he's had to play for the Orianna instead, he definitely didn't look as comfortable. And there was quite a big difference in terms of what the team could do once you lose that level of wave clear, when you lose that level of presence in the lane. Whereas now you can see he has quite good control of the mid lane, is able to shove out the Zed, able to set up good control over the mid. Just has to go and be careful not to get burst down once the Zed hits level 5, because that's always a big threat that Ahri players or any mage player has to be concerned about playing as a Zed, right?
Yeah, my thing is here, though, for Jess especially, I don't think they're looking for necessarily any kills in lane, because if you take a look toward kind of the team fight that we're going to be seeing later on, it's very much an all-in style that you're going to have a front line that's going to be an Amumu and a Malphite just looking to just stun up everybody, and even if they don't catch out the Ashe, it's really easy for that Zed to kind of find an access into the backline. So for team fights, I'm a bit afraid here for the team, for Team STARCALL, as I feel like that could be a bit of a messy situation.
Interesting choice to go for the Ashe and the Blitzcrank down at the Dragon lane for Indonesia.
It is something
Ashe.
that we have seen them before actually run this, and the Ashe actually hasn't been seeing as much play, and I'm shocked we haven't seen as much Ashe arrows come out that are going like across the map, considering you can stare that, unlike the PC version of League of Legends.
Right, but even with the steering mechanic of the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, it's pretty difficult, especially when you're kind of doing something else in lane already. You don't really have the liberty to try and go for those kind of plays. Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a beautiful solo kill coming out there. There you go. VY Gaming able to find the first kill of the game in the top side of the map on this Malphite is. Woo! That Ahri's looking pretty low. Gonna be able to get themselves back to base though.
Exactly what you expect going up against a Zed. You have to be concerned about getting bursted down. Once he hits the level 5, once he gets the death bar. That being said, not too big of a loss. As long as he manages to stay alive against the Zed and comes back to the lane, he shoves it out, waits on that window, waits on the timing again, he does plenty fine against that champion in the mid lane. What this all does, on the other hand, is gives time over to Ryan to keep farming up, so that he's able to get the pressure that he wants, so that he's able to maybe look for an invade, maybe look to try and pick up and sneak away a dragon or a Rift Herald. All these options are available because you just kind of don't die, right? Once you die, a lot of these things no longer become possible. So it's very important for Team STARCALL here to just focus on living, to clear the wave as well as they can, and give Ryan time to reach a point of power.
Let's see here, that level 6 already landed here for the Mumu. Of course, though, level 5s when you unlock the ultimate, so already a little bit of a threat there, kind of roaming in, maybe looking for a play. As down in bot side, that is actually going to be a nice grab coming in, and Ryan goes back up into the healing. Can they get the damage off? It's going to be the flash away. In comes the Amumu, though, and there you go. Stun also going to land. No ultimate being used, that there is a rotation coming in over toward the side. Now on top of there, it's going to be both Cindy and Dylan going down low. That's going to be the first kill. Can they turn it back underneath the tower? That's going to be a yes as they find one. The shield comes through just enough to save the Ashe. And there you are. Oh, it's close, but there is no true shot coming out there from the Ezreal.
Misses out on the Ignite. That was the game-changing spell. But Well, things happen, but over into the mid lane, Jess is going to be able to find the mid lane turret while the RE was on a bit of an escapade down into the bot lane. Quite concerning. Jess continues to scale up, continues to be this menace. They do manage to at least trade back for 1 kill. It's not the best situation in the world, but taking away a lot of the spells as well. Wow. Going so aggressive here.
That's pretty aggressive considering that's a Mundo you're trying to ult. So, you know, one of the more tanky members, but still, ultimate's going to be popped and should be able to regen just fine. But, no, just no limit. Maybe it needs to temper back that motto just a little bit here as we look toward the bot lane. That's also the Malphite able to take the first tower, and that's 2 lanes already starting to be opened up that allows for roams on the side of the Indonesian squad Inspired.
And setting up a lot of the map available for the Mumu to try and invade in is going to be quite a bit of a problem for Ryan and for STARCALL in general, right? Once their mid lane turret is gone, like you mentioned, both lanes, rather both sides of the jungle, now become very susceptible to enemy invades. So they have to gain a lot of vision control and a lot of, just invest a lot of resource to try and defend against that. Interesting to see what they're doing down over by the Baron lane.
They're thinking, got that ultimate prime, but he can't get it off. Able to flash underneath the tower. Unfortunately, that Ahri gonna go down to the tower. Yes, it is. Oh no, they flashed too. Oh, and that is a bit tragic. Meanwhile, mid lane, Zed is knocking on the second tier tower door right now. The Singapore squad. Oh my lord!
I think he just broke the door.
Oh my! That door just got knocked down. That is scary.
Okay. Now, this is exactly what we talk about when we say if the enemy team is roaming, this is what you do in response, right? Jess is playing textbook perfect Wild Rift right now. When the enemy roams to the bot lane, to the top lane, wherever he goes, you come in, you pick up the turrets. That's the best way you pressure them out. And now they realize, hey, I may have gotten a kill, a 1-for-1, but at what cost?
Oh my goodness, a beautiful combo coming out there. That was a nice Amumu ultimate as well, and there's a beautiful hook also coming on in. Nathan, though, able to get some decent damage, but in comes Cindy on that Ashe, able to get the arrow, but unfortunately, it's not enough. The Master Yi able to dodge away with the Alpha Strike. Final attack comes on through, and oh no, it's actually going to be that member getting to safety over the Dragon Pit, but a bit of chaos. Meanwhile, top side of the map, you still got this Malphite pushing away.
They managed to at least equalize that. Taking a couple of kills away, yeah, they managed to lose Cesari, but once Cesari is able to pick up the Hourglass, should see a little bit of a difference. They should have some level of safety at least, and so it becomes an issue for Nathan. How is Nathan going to try and defend himself when it comes down to the Zed? Because the Alistar going to need some time to pick up items to be able to protect the Ezreal. Whereas the Zed, scaling up quite a decent amount right now, has been able to consistently apply pressure and look for these solo kills. I think mid lane, yeah?
Oh no. That's just a quick and clean solo kill coming through, and the fact now that this Zed is pretty much unlocked, and oh no, you see the side here from Singapore trying to jump in, try and get that Drake, but unfortunately, they're going to lose a whole lot more, as that's the steal coming through, and 3 kills going on over to Indonesia.
Playing into the Mumu strikes, sitting in the pit while he has the Curse of the Zed Mummy is about what you would expect. Now going to lose a couple of their critical members. Ryan, once again, going to go down. And while it's not too much of an issue for other players to have died a couple of times, it's a very big deal for the STARCALL because they're reliant on Ryan to dish out damage for this Master E to be in a position to carry the team. Once they lose that, they're then going to have to start considering how they're going to funnel gold onto the other end, because it looks like Nathan has been able to dish out quite a decent amount of damage this game. So maybe something for them to consider going into this.
Oh, that's just mean now. Look at what just got picked up there for Jess. That was actually just teleport getting locked in as the activatable item. And if you thought they were all over the map already, well, that just gives more options. And we do see here on the side of STARCALL. They decided, all right, you know what? We're just going to 4-man mid and hope for the best. But guess what? Those side lanes are continuously just getting pushed in nonstop. And Cindy's going to try and hide in the brush. They're able to catch out the one member. In comes that unstoppable force, in as well as the silence. And the ignite is there. True Shot Barrage cuts through the middle of the team. Another Mumu ult, though, finds multiple members. It's a triple kill coming through. A double kill there for Jess. And there you are. 4 members down. And Nathan, the only member alive, trying to stay safe underneath that second-tier tower.
Difficult match coming in for STARCALL. Indonesia has been an incredibly dominant force. They've gone up in every match that we've seen Jess play so far. He's come out ahead, he's become the MVP, and it looks true this game as well. He hasn't been involved in as many fights as before, mostly just looking for these solo pickoffs, right? Especially against the Ahri, who is most susceptible. But Jess, his main pressure and his main goal right now is to try and create discord within STARCALL. By picking up these turrets, by looking for these objectives, they are reading STARCALL like an open book. They know exactly where they're going to be, what rotations they're looking to try and do, what objectives are available to them. And Jess is always in a position where it's either A, countering that by split pushing, by picking up other objectives, or B, he's just going to kill whoever's in that area.
Well, here's the thing, too. No one can go and answer this Zed right now. They will get soloed. I think the only one that can maybe survive a combo would be maybe the Alistar, but you're not going to be able to clear out waves. And once this Ahri shows, it is pretty much disaster at this point. As you see, Jess could just cut through these towers. Doesn't have teleport to go and answer a possible team fight, and maybe that's an opportunity, but not if your team's getting caught out like that as Cindy picks up another kill.
Honestly, is it even much of a consideration? Is it even much of a concern, rather, for the side of Inspired to lose a team fight right now? They've been able to consistently look for these, and wow, look at that, engage onto Nathan.
No. That's just an all-in coming through once more, and there you go. Maybe the Alistar lives for an extra second, and in goes the Yi, but one at a time. That's not the way to go. And there you are. It's 17-4 at 11.5 minutes, and there you go. Inspire looking to knock down this inhibitor tower. Not going to be able to just yet. Members still alive to clear out the wave, but things are looking a bit dire here for STARCALL.
Should be looking to see Inspire try and reset a little bit right now. They have the means to go for the Baron, to go for the Dragon. Looks like they're just going to go for the Baron. Yeah, exactly. They have the means to go and do so. Just take some time. Go for the clean, safe play. There's no need to take unnecessary risk at this point. They've already managed to establish a very strong position for themselves. And you can see Jess being an absolute menace to STARCALL, distracting them over by the Dragon lane while Baron is being picked up. And STARCALL are none the wiser. They had to invest so many just to deny the Zed. They couldn't stop the Baron at all.
Unfortunately there, now Baron buff in hand. STARCALL gonna have to turtle back and try and delay this game as long as possible. But even you said, Grandin, early on, you don't think that they actually have scaling on their side. They do have a Master Yi, but the all-in potential that can come out from this Indonesia squad is a bit disgusting with the combo they have.
Exactly. You might have damage on the Ezreal. He might be able to kill a couple of players, but you know, all this is just conjecture. It doesn't really mean very much when the rest of the team is dead. You have no front line. Ezreal is effectively useless in that case, right? You're a spellcaster AD carry. You have a little bit more agency than some other traditional type AD carries, but it doesn't mean all that much. You're still going to be in a position where you're wondering if you're going to get killed off by the Zed, you know, wondering whether the Malphite's going to ult you. All these issues just compound. You just don't have very much you can do as Ezreal in this game.
See here, and the other thing too, you know, you got Ryan that's on this Master Yi that's very much in cleanup duty. You do see an engage coming out, Alpha Strike onto the main member. They are able to find the charm, but still not enough damage. And he's gonna get taken on down alongside the tower, and 3 members fall individually, one by one. And is now just the lone Ahri alongside the Ezreal. But unfortunately for their Inspire, able to go now 3-0 on the day as Team STARCALL has to go 2-1 and be a little bit disappointed they're not able to find themselves another victory here, but Inspire very happy overall.
I mean, I would be happy if I went 3-0, you know, clean sweep, and each game incredibly decisive, right? Wasn't much room to question the abilities on Team Inspire. I would say that they are looking to be one of the strongest competitors in this competition. STARCALL, they've had their good moments, they had their good shining moments, but when it came to this game, you could just see the difference that was really there. And I would have to say that I would say it's partly because STARCALL isn't willing to give away too